it's a business to build Petty and make him easy fights. But I hope Justin gonna beat his kick his and we're gonna forget about Petty all our life. They gave him easier because they know he's gonna lose to Ilya, and the real fighters like me just watching and waiting our time, you know.
Wouldn't you kind of like the opportunity to be the one to do it to him, like to beat Patty?
Yeah. Oh my God, I would just maul his face on the ground just with my elbows. When I fought with Hooker, I was thinking, what should I do when I was on the top? Should I choke him or I just should like elbow him? But with Petty, I'm not gonna for the choke. I'm gonna just elbow him all day, all night, just make his face like bleeding.
Hey, what is up, fight fans? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving deep into what has to be one of the wildest weeks in recent MMA history. The heat between Ilia Topuria and Arman Tsarukyan is escalating like crazy, and it just keeps getting hotter. Ilia just dropped a hilarious video claiming it was a clip of Paddy Pimblett, and then he went and called Arman a rooster, which, as you can imagine, fans immediately seized upon and turned into an absolute meme. It was so out there that even the legendary Chael Sonnen seemed completely confused by it all. On top of that, we've got a brand new statement from Arman Tsarukyan, plus Renato Moicano is out here calling him a total failure at lightweight. Tom Aspinal has also revealed some absolutely brutal medical results from his last fight. And get this, Dana White's name somehow got dragged into a shocking streamer assault story involving one of Arman Tsarukyan's own teammates. There is so much more to unpack, so let's get right into it.
It's embarrassing. Ilia Topuria, it's not smart if he fights Arman because Arman has a really good chance to beat him. Arman, I agree with Khabib. I think it's 80-20. I think Arman beats Ilia Topuria. And that's why they don't want him to fight. Arman is the #1 contender. Why are you having an interim title fight between Justin Gaethje and Paddy Pimblett? Why is the interim title fight not include the #1 contender in Arman? What is the point of having rankings? What is the point of having a #1 contender? If it's all about money and it's all about Paramount, then don't brand it as being the number one MMA league. Dana White loves to brag about how much better the UFC is than the PFL. Okay, then give us the fights and have the matchmaking represent the rankings. And right now it's not at all.
Arman's comments have clearly been getting under Ilia Topuria's skin, and in a pretty wild response, Ilia posted this bizarrely funny clip on his social media. It shows a kid dancing incredibly awkwardly, and he slapped a super provocative caption on it that read, "Paddy, when your next fight, hands up, chin down, and Arman Patoot, this dance is for you." As you can guess, that post exploded across the MMA community and instantly cranked up the tension between these two fighters. Fans immediately started joking that this must be leaked footage of Paddy Pimblett dropping some of his smooth dance moves when he was a kid. The whole thing got so weird that Chael Sonnen apparently didn't even get the joke and had to ask his followers on X, "Can someone confirm this?" Which of course led to fans immediately trolling him. One boxing enthusiast replied, "Yes, I can confirm this is Patrick Pimblett taking part in his primary school talent show." Another fan hilariously joked, "That's his cousin Glenn Pimblett." Someone else added, "Yes, filmed by Dana," and another comment just said, "Come on, Chael, of course it was just a joke." But things took a more serious turn when another fan warned Topuria that this isn't funny at all, saying, "Patoot," which means rooster, is a strong word in Caucasian and Russian culture. If you grew up in Georgia or anywhere in the Soviet Union, you would know that. You can seriously get hurt for words like that. Good luck, the fan wrote. But let's be real here for a second. Arman calls Topuria a duck almost every single day. And in that very same culture, if someone calls another person a duck, you can definitely get in trouble for it too. Both of them are throwing these loaded words around, and we, the fans, are the ones left breaking it all down and talking about it like it's gonna spark a war. But honestly, this is fantastic for the sport. It's a clear sign that this fight is absolutely happening. If they keep this energy up, the hype is only going to get bigger and bigger. All this trash talk just proves that both sides are deeply emotionally invested, and for us fans, that just makes the potential matchup even more exciting. Of course, Arman didn't stay quiet and he fired right back at Topuria. After Ilya called him a rooster, which is basically Russian slang for a coward, Tsarukyan decided to clap back in the most savage way possible. He actually photoshopped a duck's head onto Topuria's famous back tattoo, you know, the one with the wings and a snake, effectively turning it into a giant winged duck. He then added the caption, "Hey Ilya, I'm not afraid of the new tattoo on your back, let's fight and I'll beat you up."
It is what it is. They have just engaged with Paddy Pimblett. To me, this is going to be the paper champ. That, you know, that's not a undisputed champ, and doesn't make any sense to do this interim belt because Topuria will be the champion anyways. Yeah. So whoever gets the belt now have to face Topuria for the unification of the belt. So to me personally, doesn't make any sense. The fight should be #1 contender. But why UFC did that? Because they solve a lot of problems with that, because Justin Gaethje was saying if he didn't get the title shot, he would retire. So they put Justin Gaethje against Paddy Pimblett for the interim belt, and whoever wins fight Topuria. So that's not a real belt, you know?
Renato Moicano has a theory, and he thinks Arman Tsarukyan is the single biggest reason the entire lightweight division is such a complete mess right now. Moicano laid it all out, saying he doesn't think the current situation is fair whatsoever, primarily because in his view, Arman hasn't really beaten the top-tier guys in the division just yet. He explained that back when he fought Islam Makhachev, Arman was actually supposed to fight for the title on that very same night. But because Arman apparently didn't take the fight, everything got delayed and thrown into chaos. According to Moicano, if Arman had just stepped up that night, the entire division would have kept moving along normally. And now with Gaethje versus Paddy being booked for an interim belt, Moicano says it makes absolutely no sense at all. In his view, the winner of that interim title will just be a paper champ, because no matter what happens, Topuria is still the one and only real champion.
What's up, bro? How are you doing? All good?
Yeah, man. So calm down. Okay, okay.
Mate,
hey.
my shots are holding up.
I'm okay, I'm not. Funny thing is that they always only ever tries to do anything when I'm on my own, and he's about 20 man deep. And he never even tried to do nothing, did he? Just like walk towards me.
Paddy Pimblett decided to stir the pot himself by posting that now well-known video where he and Ilia Topuria had that intense run-in back in Qatar. If you haven't seen the clip, it's pretty tense. You can clearly see Topuria trying to walk right up to Paddy, looking for a confrontation, but security immediately steps in and has to physically hold him back to prevent things from escalating. It's fascinating because even though so many fans are accusing Ilia of holding up the entire division and his comment sections are flooded with tons of negative feedback, it clearly has not stopped his meteoric rise. In fact, he managed to gain an incredible 700,000 followers literally overnight. He even recently surpassed Islam Makhachev, who has a massive 11.9 million followers, which just goes to show you exactly how fast his popularity and star power are growing right now. Speaking of Islam Makhachev, he just returned home to Dagestan after making history as a two-division UFC champion, and you won't believe the welcome he received. He was greeted with a massive gift, a brand new Land Rover Defender. Makhachev was clearly moved by the gesture and thanked them for the incredible gift, writing on social media, "After the fight, when I got back to Dubai, my brother surprised me with this unexpected and really special present. Thank you. May the Almighty reward you many times over."
I've been reading, playing carefully on the panel, and that's how you approve, right? I really should finish reading it already. I've dragged it out for too long. Yeah, I really have dragged out this book, but I've almost finished it. I came to the conclusion that it's much easier to read while traveling because you have more time. I recently came home. Well, it's been about a week now, and I end up reading less. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because this book isn't all that interesting to me, or maybe I just don't have enough time. But the book actually seems really interesting. I really want to pick it up and read to find out what happens in some of the episodes. There's just not enough time, not enough resources, not enough of anything really.
Руки, ноги. Отключай. После ноги проход. Тренер, после ноги проход. Что-то... Вот так. А ну еще раз. Раз. Вот это уже другое дело. Абубакра нету, да?
And that was just the beginning. Fans all over Dagestan showed up in huge numbers to welcome him home, proving just how massive his success is in his home country. The celebration was everywhere. To give you an idea of the scale, Islam Makhachev's championship-winning moment was even being broadcast on a giant screen at a local gas station in Dagestan.
Hey, my family, good morning. Look, nothing about my fight is confirmed yet. Me and Max, only for January, okay? I'm on vacation. I'm with my family. I've been out these last few days and a lot of people have been calling me, a lot of people tagging me. Up until now, we don't know anything, right? And for sure, this fight won't be in January, all right? So just making it very clear here, but the fight will happen. I want it, he wants it too, you all want it as well, so we're just waiting on the contract, but I believe this fight should be around March or April, right? So we're just waiting. For January, no, I'm on vacation, there's nothing set. So I believe we'll have news soon. If something was leaked, it's because there's something going on, but that's it. Not now. It's soon, yes.
Charles Oliveira has officially reacted to the social media post that was floating around about him potentially fighting Max Holloway for the BMF title at UFC 34. His response was pretty clear and direct. He basically told everyone that people shouldn't get ahead of themselves, essentially shutting down the speculation for now.
Did you think he did it on purpose?
So, I think that when it initially happened, I didn't really think much of it. I thought, accidental eye poke, whatever. Look, when I watched the fight back, that's when I really got the gist of what's going on. The guy was trying to poke my eyes out all the way through that round. Multiple exchanges, nearly every exchange that I could put him in danger. He had his fingers out pointing towards my eyes.
Can we get full-time bully Aspinal after this smear campaign? How are you going to be on the comeback?
Mate, when I come back, there is no more Mr. Nice Guy. Nice Tom. When it comes to MMA, he's gone. And I'm going full bad guy, I think.
Now, do you remember how much insane hate Tom Aspinall got when Cyril Gane poked him in the eye during their fight? People online were ruthless, saying he was faking the injury and that he quit on purpose just to get out of the fight. Well, it turns out the situation was infinitely more serious than anyone could have possibly imagined. Aspinall recently released the official medical report from that incident, and let me tell you, the diagnosis is absolutely brutal. Doctors confirmed that he suffered orbital soft tissue trauma, damage to the tendon trochlear mechanism of the superior oblique muscle, persistent and ongoing double vision, and a minimally displaced fracture of the medial wall of his right eye socket. And that's not even all of it. The report also states that Tom has something called bilateral traumatic Brown syndrome, which has caused severe double vision, heavily restricted his eye movement, and led to a significant loss of his visual field. He is absolutely not medically cleared for any kind of combat activity, and the report even says he may need further treatment if his condition doesn't improve.
Пошутил, уебал, потом нарезку сделайте просто, как он шутит, и мне...
3 hours later.
Я тебе разговариваю еще раз моим имени, блядь, будешь, блядь.
Arman Tsarukyan's teammate, a Russian MMA fighter named Shavkal Turchav, is now making headlines for all the wrong reasons after a disturbing video of him attacking a streamer went completely viral. Turchav was invited to be a guest on a live stream hosted by a Russian creator who goes by the name Subo online. At first, everything seemed totally normal, but the vibe changed incredibly fast when the streamer started openly mocking Turchav's career. He even claimed that Turchav begged Dana White on his knees for a UFC contract, saying on the stream, he's a fighter, he used to fight in the UFC. He chases after Dana White, begging him on his knees to give him a fight. Well, that comment was the trigger. Turchav completely lost his composure and ended up viciously beating the streamer. Obviously, I cannot show that footage here, as YouTube does not allow content that violent. Just before the attack, the streamer taunted him again, saying, "Bro, read the comment." In the comments, everyone says you're an air conditioner and just hot air. Turchav replied, okay, let them write. At the most, I'm excited to be streamed beat.
Vivo. Ahí, te fuiste a comer, ¡Dale, 5! ¡Venga! Si tiene que tirar, tira, tío. Tira.
Get ready, and action.
We're dealing with Mitch does this for like 30 seconds. We can just walk out.
But here's a crucial piece of context. Remember, this is the very same Shavkal Turchayev who attacked Paulo Costa at UFC 294 in Abu Dhabi. Costa later explained that from his perspective, he suddenly saw some random fan jump at him out of nowhere and he just reacted on pure instinct, punching him in the head. At the time, Costa had absolutely no idea it was Turchayev. In fact, in his interview with MMA Junkie, he said he still doesn't even know who it was that attacked him. Meanwhile, Alex Pereira went viral yet again, this time for jumping in to spar with a gigantic 6'7" heavyweight during a recent training session. On Saturday, Alex Pereira stopped by the Fusion XL gym in Florida, where he was seen trading some massive shots with the Cuban heavyweight, Rubens the Cuban Problem de Almeida. He posted a clip of their incredibly intense sparring session, and it quickly spread all over the internet, giving fans a thrilling taste of what Pereira at heavyweight could truly look like.
I've seen a lot of you guys asking me why I didn't call out Conor last night. There's a simple reason why I didn't call out Conor. Yeah, I had a microphone in my hand, and yeah, I was pumped up. I was sweating, the juices were flowing, the veins were popping. Of course, I'm not going to call out Conor at a wrestling match, okay? I've done it enough. The fight's already happening. You know I'm fighting. You know I want to fight him. You know he wants to fight me. He's brought in guys to his training camp to mimic my style. So that fight has already been called out, been signed, sealed, and delivered since June of 2024. He's going to make good on his promise, on his word, on the ink on the contract here in June of 26.
Na beglavi Magaria. Na beglavi Magaria.
Na balachvi Kabalchio. Nabaraki Kabalaki. Nabaraki Kalabaki. Nabalaki Sabalaki. Nabalaki Sabatakalaki.
Nabalaki Sabataki.
Nabelagi Sategagi. Nabeglaki Mamagabela.
Nabalaki Mabagabala.
Nabeglawi Mama
Nabalaki Mabagabala.
Michael Chandler explained that he didn't call out Conor McGregor at the recent RFA event for a very simple reason. He is already completely certain their fight is happening. In his mind, there's no need to promote it further because he claims the contract has been signed, sealed, and finalized all the way back in June of. And that is all we have for you today, but if you liked the video and want to see more breakdowns like this, do us a huge favor and hit that like button, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We truly appreciate every single one of you.